named Cole Palmer, cool as a breeze, cutting through defenders with elegant ease. Used to curl him in top corner divine, now he's playing like Sancho, partners in crime. Where's Cole Palmer? Nobody knows. He's ghosting the games, disappearing in shows. His goals have gone south, his assists took a flight. Cole Palmer got colder in the frost of the night. Oh, winter's a thief, it can steal your flame, turn a hotshot star into half of a name. They're searching the pitch, calling his name. Bold.
Taste the biscuit, taste the pain. 3 years running, second place again. We used to lead, now we just chase. Didn't even touch first this time, what a waste. Don't touch that soccer songs. He's Limp Bizkit smooth, but still no balls. 5 years dry, no shiny prize, just pretty passes and Twitter cries. Taste the biscuit, taste the bluff. It's all clean boots, but not enough.
Yeah, it's that red wave.
Oi, get the checkbook out this summer. Hey, Florian! Oh, art thou Florian? I believe you're looking for a new football club, my mate. Hey, England, Manchester, Etihad, this Stad will be playing Champions League football next year, my friend. Yeah, how about you take a little 2-2 Ryanair jet from Leverkusen over to Manchester. We'll get you a nice hotel stay. Little 2-2 medical, £300,000 a week. Couple bonuses thrown in there. 2-2 Ballon d'Or in a couple years. Champions League. Happy days. You want to go Bayern Munich. Little 2032 Bayern Munich driller. Happy days. We get the next up and coming star. Hey, how about it, Florian? Florian. How art thou, Florian?
Can't believe he offered Florian Wirtz a Ryanair jet. I don't think like City fans should ever forgive him for that. How are you offering a £160 million signing a charter flight? That's crazy. That's honestly crazy. Anyway, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another transfer stream. We are back on the content now. You guys know we took just a nice little two-day break. You get me? But we're back. We're here today to talk about Arsenal transfer stuff. Gyokeres decision time. Is he gonna, go to Arsenal? Is he gonna go to Manchester United? Is it gonna be Sesko, who came out today and said he won't disrespect Leipzig? Is Berta cooking or is he not? Could Joao Pedro improve Chelsea? And of course, we're gonna talk about the Ben Jacobs Bomba. Isak, lad. Isak. Anyway. Joining me first and foremost, you get me. He hasn't been on the channel in a while. Shameless Arsenal fan, but absolute incredible person to work with, man. Like Dayo is in the building. How are you doing, Dayo?
What's up? What's up? How far now? This man, what do you mean shameless? I have to be shameless now. If you're not shameless for your club, who else you want to be shameless for? You have to be shameless for the team that you support and the club that you love, man. I ain't about that half support. It's full support all the way. All the way, man.
Support your club always.
Yes, sir.
100%. Speaking of supporting your club always, you get me. Chelsea beat LAFC.
Hey. I mean, it's
2-0 win against LAFC in the friendly invitational, but. We're going to be asking today about Joao Pedro and multiple different Chelsea topics. So, the genius behind the Callum trial video, the genius behind the shorts as well that we put out, and Chelsea fan, who I've sent you guys to before for the Ecuador game. You guys remember the name, and he's been on the channel before. I actually enjoy talking football with him. I think he actually knows ball to an extent, of course, because Chelsea fans, it comes with a little bit of fraudulence. It's just a bit, you get me? But exactly what JJ7 is saying. RSM GOAT is in the building. How are you doing, RSM?
Yo, what up? I hope y'all doing good, man. Hope you did good. Listen, We just did what we needed to do. If we drew or lost to LAFC, we get clowned. If we win, I don't expect anything. We just won. That's it. Keep it moving.
Fairs.
Yep.
In an empty stadium as well. We have to.
Yeah, people got jobs, man. Got to feed the kids.
Anyway, joining us next on the channel, you got me, my partner in crime, one of the biggest frauds in the universe. Also, Inter drew 1-1 to Monterrey yesterday. They're drawing to Mexican teams,
Monterrey, bro.
Monterrey. You know?
I think
the people don't understand. I watch Liga MX because they obviously have it here in the US every night. Liga MX. They're not a good team, bro. They're 7th in the league. Like,
yeah, but you know, this is the difference, though. You know, like I think in England there is a certain style of play because of the managers that you have there, and then there's a different style of play coming in from Mexico. They might not be a good team.
Yeah, but what does the style have to do with Italy?
I'm saying it's disruptive, though. You know, like when you're used to playing a certain level. And it's almost like if you go play pool with somebody who's never played pool, the way they hit the balls and scatter it throws your game off at first, literally. So I think like all these other clubs that are not up to par, if your team is good, you're going to struggle first.
Anyway, hi Mo, you good, mate?
How you doing, guys? Everyone is good.
What's
going on, everyone?
Hi Mo, hi. Man said run the Cole Palmer song again. Bro, my pleasure.
Nicknamed Cole Palmer, cool as a breeze, cutting through defenders with elegant ease. Used to curl him in top corner divine, now he's playing like Sancho, partners in crime. Where's Cole Palmer? Nobody knows. He's ghosting the games, disappearing in shows. His goals have gone south, his assists took a flight. Cole Palmer got colder in the frost of the night. Oh, winter's a thief, it can steal your flame, turn a hotshot star into half of a name. They're searching the pitch, calling his name bold. Where is Cole Palmer? Did he turn to pure cold?
Roberto, does that mean corny? Is that what that
Cornball, man. You're a cornball. I don't like. Oh, can we get the Cole Palmer song again? You're a cornball, bro. You're a cornball.
Is it RSM who does these songs?
No, these ones valid.
I would never make a country song, respectfully. Shout out everybody who loves country, but that's not my thing.
Bro? Where are you from?
Hey, you wanna know something? We don't even like country. Like I've never listened to country before. But Val keeps editing country.
I'm on the East Coast, the US, but I'm Ecuadorian.
You're Ecuadorian, okay, so
yeah.
You were about to say I'm American, so just
Now, what part of the East Coast are you on?
East Coast? I'm in Jersey.
Oh, I just realized we have 3 Americans on the stream.
You're in Jersey.
Yeah.
You have no northern accent whatsoever.
Yeah, well,
you live all your life there?
No, I was born in Ecuador and then I moved when I was a kid, like here. So, yeah.
Okay, because you don't have that corny shit New York and northern accent.
What you doing here? What you doing here?
I'm walking here.
What you doing?
The gabagoo. I don't got none of that. I'm good, bro. Yeah, no.
People in America talk like this, bro.
You know who sounds like that when he's angry? Staffy. He sounds fucking Italian.
I didn't want to say it. When he gets angry,
what are you doing?
Comes out.
Hey, you wanna know where exactly when Staffy has like this Italian accent? Hoyland Garnacho. Anytime they miss a chance, like
he's like, what are you doing? What are you
doing?
How do we have this guy on the team? Well, people
suddenly bagels start appearing on the stream and shit. Yeah, he's just bad.
He's
just bad. Hey, fair. That Trent guy with an abysmal defensive performance that would rival Alexander Arnold. Actually, guys, I'm gonna be honest. Okay,
that's a good one.
You guys all know me.
Can you now admit that you left your club? That you were.
Let me just say something. All 3 of you know me. You guys know I'm a watch along. Like I do so many watch alongs. I have been so uninterested in group stages. I haven't done anything. I look at my phone and I'm like, Real Madrid 1, Al Hilal 1. I'm like, bro, what?
Bro, like, have you watched like people that tell me that Trent is quick? Bro, this guy is not only abysmal defensively, that Frimpong, who's a winger, might be better defensively than him because of the speed. Like, it's unbelievable. just because of the speed, you know, like just because of how you sprint and how you're
like Kyle Walker effect, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Trent is first, like, and people that say, oh, Mo, but Trent is recorded speed is very good. Bro, bro, that's what they told me on my stream the other day.
It sounds like that sounds like
highest recorded, yeah.
It's like the NFL Combine where they make you jump and they make you run and they record your highest speed and your highest jump.
Yeah. They're like, bro, like they came to my chat and someone was like, Mo, don't be shameless. Trent is quick. His recorded high speed is it? I'm like, bro, if you played anything in football in your life, you know, anyone in the chat or anyone that played any kind of or trained or played against any semi-pro or even semi-pro, you know that the most important thing and the difference between pros and semi-pros and amateurs is the first 5 steps. When I stopped being coach, when I stopped training, right, on age 22, and then I played later, I realized how much difference preseason and practice every day makes. Trent, even with training every day, bro, his first 5 steps is too slow. It's for a professional, it's unbelievable. The way he turns is like an 18-wheeler turning, bro. Like, you know, when an 18-wheeler is turning, he is so slow, bro. And people that keep defending Trent's defending, I don't know what I know that tribalism work and everything, but bro, the guy's positioning, he's not even interested in chasing anyone. And it showed today. And it has been always, but Liverpool fans were blinded to it because of their love for the club, and I understand it. Like, Arsenal fans are blinded for it.
Yeah, but you worked with me for a long time. I never said anything.
You literally told us that Trent is good defensively.
Yeah, I said just good. I never said amazing. I never said
not even good. It's not good. Like, okay, when you mean shit, to be honest with you, for a fullback, he is shit defensively. He's like DeMarco.
Yeah, but he brings something else to the table, though.
Absolutely, I never denied. He's brilliant going forward, amazing, phenomenal.
Of course,
like his passing, his creativity, his vision is ridiculous.
And that's the thing. If they kept the ball more like City kept the ball, and they allowed
Trent would not be exposed. Yes,
he would not be exposed as much. But because Liverpool play this very good football, and sometimes if you can hit them on the counter, that's why he gets exposed. But I think that similarly, there's players in the league like that you think are bad defensive. Well, yeah, maybe defensively I can agree that he's bad, but overall as a player, Trent is an amazing player. If
that edit, mate, he's clear of your 100 million Wirtz, the bum. I like the fact 100 million is now like some form of insult. Thank God we're spending the money. Second of all, that's
Z. Why didn't you say? I didn't watch the game, but all I can say is that everyone on Twitter, even City fans, are saying, what is Shirky doing? Why is he very slow like this? Why is he very slow like this? And I'm like,
Shakira.
City fans are like tightening it different. You know what I mean? Slow start. He's getting gelled in the team. His talent will show. You know what? Once you say these things, you know that he didn't have a good debut. You know, like when people start coming up with these like terms, like the terms like, he's gonna get gelled. He's taking time, like stuff like that.
He'll adjust to the league. He'll adjust to the league.
Look, one thing.
He has to learn under Pep.
One thing I can tell you,
I'm just waiting. Because Turkey's gonna have a sinker and somebody's gonna find like some old Staffy picture. Somebody's gonna say, I dare him to have a stinker.
This is true. They did sign French Staffy, to be fair. If we get Isak, I might have to go to Miami. Hey, I'll come to Miami with you. If we sign Isak, I would need a whole ass celebration. You get me? Reporting from Dubai. We just signed Isak, mate. You get me? So it'll be mad, Josh. It'll be mad. Anyway, listen, guys. We already have 500 people in here. We ain't even started the stream yet. And listen, I know you guys want us to talk about Liverpool, and we will, but let's start with the other clubs first. Let's start by talking about Arsenal Football Club first. I want to talk about Gyokeres. I want to talk about is Berta cooking or not. I want to talk about Rodrygo rejecting Arsenal. So, I'll start off with you, Dayo, because we ain't spoken in a while. What's your current thoughts on this Arsenal situation right now, transfer window wise?
Current thoughts is like this is a new sporting director. His style of negotiations and the way he's going to go about things will be different. So I'm not panicking because I can look at his previous record, where he's coming from, and say the guy gets good business done, regardless of how quickly he does it or how late he does it. That's the question. If we still had Edu, I would be panicking because I know how Edu is. Edu will drag the deal and mess it up at the end of the day. And Roberto has done some very, very good business in the past when he was at Atletico. And if I have to go by that, I'm a little calm. I'm not stressed about it. I know that the club knows that we need a striker. So just get the right striker. Get the person who can actually convert all those chances that we create and that we don't put in the back of
What
the net.
chances? You're 6th in the league in creating chances.
Yeah, no,
What
but
all
hold on.
chances?
If you are 6 out of 20 teams, you make it sound like we are 19th in creating chances of what 20.
Yeah,
No,
you're behind all the title
I know.
contenders.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if we can at least put away those other chances as well, the chances that the 6 chances, like you said, 6. If you put that away,
You are
don't think
6th. That's a
no,
fact.
hold on. I'm saying I agree. I said, but we're 6th in creating and not putting away enough. If we put away those chances that we lost to get to 6, do you don't think we'll be back up on higher on the table?
You are the team that I actually think you're the most effective team in the league. Arsenal.
What do you mean effective? Elaborate.
Okay, I'm very simple, and Dayo knows this. Me and Dayo spoke about this on my channel. Arsenal might not create a lot of chances, but they score goals. That happened in the last season and the season before. Arsenal were 5th and 6th in creating chances, but always 2nd in the highest goal scorer. That, by definition, that means Arsenal convert a lot of their chances that they create. Their problem is that they can score more if they create even more. You know what I mean? Like Arsenal convert a lot of their chances. Like Osam, your team is the 1st in creating chances, yet your goal scoring is not fantastic. Why? Because you're wasteful. Arsenal are not wasteful. People think
Liverpool were number 1 in big chances missed last season. They had 92 big chances missed, and then Chelsea were 83. Arsenal are actually 5th in big chances missed.
So that's what I mean.
But that's what I'm. But you see more. You see what he said. There were 5th in big chances missed.
Wait, so in the league this season, how many? Which ranking is Arsenal?
I got you here.
Arsenal missed a lot in this league, right?
So that's what I'm
talking about. The last 2 seasons.
So you got Liverpool is 1st, then Chelsea, and then it's Arsenal. Arsenal have 7 big chances missed in the league.
Yeah.
So these are the big chances that you missed, not just chances.
Look, Sam now or. No,
yeah,
okay.
So that's exactly what I'm. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Wait, so how many chances? How many chances do Arsenal have? 70.
70.
Yeah, and they scored 69 goals. But look, like Liverpool, look, they missed 92 and they scored 86.
Yeah, and that's what I'm.
Wait, go now to chances created. Go now to big chances created.
Big chances created. All right, hold on 1 second. Big chances here. Big chances. Here you go. This is big
Arsenal
chances.
are fifth. Now go see the difference. 40 chances between the. Go now to 22, 24, 25. Sorry, 23, 24, the last season. Watch.
20, 23, 24.
23, 24. Watch this.
Oh, Arsenal, again? Wow.
Exactly, Osam. But look now, the number of goals scored, 91. Do you see the difference? While someone like Liverpool created way more chances than them and scored less. City created more chances than them and scored only 5 goals. Arsenal are one of the most effective teams in the league, right? That is why they need more. They need even more chances created than this.
And they need to.
Everyone is factoring at this. Anyway, that's a different topic now. Go ahead, Dayo.
And I agree. I agree with you about being effective. I'm even just talking about the games that we drew. We drew 14 or 15 games last season. In those type of games, this is where we needed a striker. Just put away the goals and just you're effective enough to put away the goals and just win that 3 points. So my thing is, I know the club knows we need a striker. I know we need a left winger. From what I hear. And my own personal sources that I reach out to on my own, people that I ask questions.
Oh yeah, now Dayo with sources.
ITK. Dayo with an ITK right there.
Let's go, ITK.
No, I'm just saying, like, I know some people somewhere who know people somewhere who work somewhere, and I just ask them, like, what's going on? There's some inside information. I know we sorted out a deal in the midfield. It's not been made public yet. Probably because of financial PSR issues, not for Arsenal, but for the other club, like to be able to roll it over into the next season. So, if we do the business that we need to do this season, I think we can actually do something this season. It's going to get tougher. If you look at all the teams around, everybody's bringing in.
I'm so glad you made that statement. Define what is the business that we need to do this summer.
So, we need to do it. We need to get a striker first and foremost.
No. We need names, mate.
No, I'll give you names. You said what to be. I'm telling you, like, we need a striker. And
names me, as well. So position
now,
and name.
And so for me now that they said Isak is on the table and I'm hearing prices and people are talking about it, that's who I've always wanted. So if Arsenal is ready to go and put sword to the neck, go pay that Isak money and move him. Like, forget the whole Sesko and the Gyokeres. Like, that's who I want. But of course, on that list, if I can't get Isak, then get me a Gyokeres. If I can't get me a Gyokeres, get me a Sesko. You know, in that order. If we're talking wingers, this whole Rodrygo thing, I think he's going to want to stay and fight. You know, I think Rodrygo is going to want to stay and fight. But this is me wishing. My wish and my hope is that Xabi Alonso tells him you are going to play right wing that he doesn't want to play. And then the only reason he's going to leave Real Madrid is if he says he wants to leave. Madrid is not going to put him on the market. That's for sure. So him, I would put him at the top of the list. I know it's a wish list, good. But right after him, any other good left winger, Barcola, I'll take him, you know. Yeah. And in midfield, the Zubimendi deal is a good deal. Thomas Partey might not be staying. I would be looking at getting in somebody else as well in the midfield. I know we have Isan and Mikel Merino and all these people on the squad, but still, I would look at replacing, you know.
The thing is, I'm looking at your team right now. First of all, just quickly, big up to Fonzie, who says, if you take out Dar Shitty, we would be number one. Yeah, big up Darwin Nunes. He carried single-handedly that statistic. Well done. Fantastic job, you guys. Fantastic job, you guys. Here's the thing, Akmal and kind of the Arsenal fans on this Rodrygo thing. I want to make something clear before I speak. If I'm in Rodrygo's place, if I'm in his place, I'm calling Liverpool, I'm calling Arsenal, I'm calling these clubs. I'm saying I want to move this summer. If I'm in his place, unfortunately, the player is not thinking what we're saying. So if we're gonna be objective here, listen, 80%, 85%, Rodrygo is gonna stay at Real Madrid. Now, Mo said something today that if you're an Arsenal fan, should be dangerous, which is Arteta will not settle. Meaning, Arteta is the type of manager that if you cannot get Rodrygo, he's just gonna go like, yo, we're gonna run Martinelli and Trossard again. That's what I think is the issue. Yeah, is Arteta the type of like manager to go sign, like, let's say Semenyo or whatever, like Leao, anyone like that? I don't think so. By the way, guys,
he doesn't settle, bro.
So let me. Can I
get the likes up chat? Come on.
Can I say something real quick? Can I say something real quick to that, Hussam? I'm telling you categorically that inside sources, people I know that actually work a job full time, right, with the club, said he doesn't have that same leverage with Berta. They sit down and they converse, and this idea that he will not settle.
Who doesn't?
Arteta doesn't have that same leverage like he had over Edu. Yeah, over Berta. He doesn't have that same like.
He had nudes on Edo that we don't know that.
I don't. Well, if he says, oh, if you can't get me Rodrygo, I'm going to settle. Berta can overturn it and say, this is what I want to do. Berta is the proper sporting director.
But so, you know that he doesn't settle. He doesn't like it.
But it doesn't matter what you like. I'm saying you now have somebody who will do his job. You think Berta wants to lose his job because Arteta doesn't want to settle? You think Berta is going to sit there and say, well, since you don't want, if I can't get you Rodrygo, I'm also going to look bad as a sporting director. He needs to do his job. His job is
you know that he's gonna get nudes on
you know, and here's the thing again. There will be a hierarchy of players.
It's his club, broski. It's his club. He loves him. They love him.
There will be a hierarchy of players that they will go for. You know, I like the fact that they are trying to create an agenda that is his club. Like how? Yeah, the Cronkies like him. This is how the Cronkies run all their franchises. So let's not make it sound like the Cronkies are doing something that they've not done before. Every of their franchises, how they run it. So, you know, the idea that, it's unique to Arteta, the way they're running the club is not true. The Cronkies run all their other franchises, their hockey team, their football team, every other thing, just the same way they run Arsenal. So this is how the Cronkies run things. They keep the person that is their manager. That's how they are. So,
I don't think that, to be honest with you, khalas guys, like we did the joke, it's fun. If we...
It's your delivery. It's the way you deliver it. You know, it's like, oh yeah, we know he got news. Just one-liner type.
It's just matter of fact, yeah.
Yeah, like matter of fact. I love it.
All these rumors.
Anyway, make sure guys are listening to Tampa Line, by the way. Let's get the likes up. We have 600 people in here. Yalla, 200 likes, 300 likes.
Well, there is no other explanation for them signing. They got him everybody he wants, bro.
I have a conspiracy.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that with Edu.
One second. I have a conspiracy that I want to ask Roberto about from the outside looking in, and then I'll let you debunk it if I'm wrong, Dayo. Here's my conspiracy theory, RSM. This is my theory. If I'm Saliba, Gabriel, Declan Rice, Saka, forget leaving the club, forget any of this shit. I'm walking into the dressing room wanting someone to uplift me. If Arsenal Football Club go sign Sesko, Semenyo, these type of players, I think Arsenal are closer to having a horrible season than they are to actually challenging.
No, I would agree, because I think at a certain point, and I think you said this before, right? When you have these players that year in, year out challenge, but never actually win anything, it starts getting to them, right? Like they start falling apart. And I mean, when you look at the fixture list that they have at the beginning of the season, right? I mean, that could definitely be a stumbling stone, something to look at. And imagine you look at Liverpool and you look at the signings that they're making, right? And then you go back to your team and you're like, all right, what is the club doing to help us get across the line, right? Because we've come second so many times. We clearly need just more additional pieces in the team to help us get across the line. What is the club doing for us? And then you get linked with like a Sesko, a Zubamendi, right? Like, and not that these are bad players. They're just clearly not what Arsenal need at this moment in time, right? And then you have Arteta, doing like a children's library show where he's like, all right, so we have a light bulb, right? And if you connect the light bulb, it's like at a certain point, you're just gonna stop caring. Like you can do all the metaphors and stuff, and it's cool and it's awesome when you're winning. But if you never win, you just kind of look foolish when you keep doing this type of stuff. And I do worry about the team stagnating, and that stagnation leading to, people might look the other way or looking dismotivated, et cetera, et cetera. Like, that's definitely a concern. Like, there has to be some sort of results this upcoming season, or it's going to fall apart. You can't keep not winning but being so close for like 4 or 5 years in a row. It doesn't work. I mean, look at Inter. How many times were they close to the league, to the UCL? Yeah. They stumbled so many times, and it's blown up now at this point. It's over.
So, Dayo, do you disagree with my conspiracy?
No, I mean, it's not a conspiracy, because you're stating the obvious. If there's nowhere for Arsenal to go, like the margins to winning.
I don't think I'm stating the obvious, because many Arsenal fans get really mad when I say this.
Hold on, let me.
I think your players need uplifting,
No, let me like, it's the obvious. That's what it is, because the caliber of players you need to bring in now have to be the best of the best. That's it. So when people, like, if Zubimendi's deal is done now and he comes to Arsenal, that is one of the best players in that position in the world right now. That's a good deal. Zubimendi is an upgrade on a Thomas Partey, on a Jorginho. That's what you need in that position. If you bring me, right, on the left wing, a Rodrygo, that's an upgrade on Martinelli. You have a Martinelli coming off the bench now. If you bring me, a Gyokeres up front, somebody who can bang in goals, the 70 odd chances that we missed, Gyokeres bangs in 20 of those, or 25.
By the way, I never actually asked you, who's your preference up top?
Up top is Isak. That's who I want. Like, if
not, from
do like a list, rank them.
That's what I said earlier. I said I'll do Isak. If I don't do Isak, I'll do Gyokeres. If I don't do Gyokeres, then I'll do Sesko. So that would be my.
So Sesko is the bottom of the list.
Sesko is my third on the list.
Does Sesko excite you?
Sesko, for me, excites me as regards to like his positioning and the fact that he can bang in goals. But again, I need to look. I put context around Sesko. The season before last, he only played half the season and he banged in 16 or 17 goals. Last season, they played him in a different position. He played deeper. He wasn't playing as the top striker. And the person who played at the top, he gave more assists last season than his goals, which means he can do a job if you ask him to do a job. So for me, Sesko excites me when it comes to put him in the right position, create those chances for him, and let him just bang in those 20 goals this season. That's all I need from him. Those games that we drew 14 games, just banging goals there. Bring it in, bang in the goal. The idea that and I know why Arsenal fans are a little distraught. We're distraught because it has to be a big name and there has to be fanfare because of the fact that we've come second 3 times in a row. So it's like, now you have to sign this, go bring me Mbappe all of a sudden from somewhere, or bring me Vinicius, or something grandiose is what they're looking for. Sadly, that's not going to happen. I think that we can see that as a team.
Yeah, but there are levels to this game. If you can't get Rodrygo, go get Leao, go get Barcola.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Barcola's headed to Bayern. What? That's not attainable. Liverpool beat Wirtz for Bayern.
No, I agree. I'm not saying, like, I'm saying that the players that we have to get have to be the top players first. So that's why when you ask me who do I want up front, I say Isak, because that's who I think is the best right now up front. Yeah. But if I can't get Isak, then I'll go down my list. The same thing on the left wing. If I can't get a Rodrygo, then I'll go down my list. I'll take a Barcola. I'll look at Leao. I'll even trigger a Williams, Nico Williams, release clause if I have to. I will look at the top first, because that's what Arsenal needs now. We do need the best of the best to be able to take the team from where it's at to actually crossing that line, because where we're at is at the line, and we've been at the line for 3 years. And all it takes is a couple more top world-class players to just infuse in that team, and boom. Because look,
you know what the problem with this logic is that it doesn't matter what Arsenal
Gerald, go
do.
ban Bomba. You just got banned because you're trying to be a smart ass. Hold this ban. Now you are in the comment section like a little bitch, commenting without being able to have your comments seen. Hold that. Here we go. Gerald banned. Anyway, go ahead, Mo.
Like, it is astonishing that at the current moment, City have came third last season. Liverpool have won the title. And it is astonishing to me that people actually look at this now, and no, regardless of what Arsenal do, they will not put them as favorites to win the title. I think that it's the trust. Someone like Sam even, who said that Arsenal are favorites last season, at the end of the season, he said that even if Arsenal get Gyokeres and Rodrygo, I still can't back them to win the title. And I work with Sam a lot, and I actually claim that he can be shameless on the watch-alongs, but he says stuff that he believes in. When he said that Arsenal are favorites to win the league, he meant it.
Yeah.
Right? Him now not backing Arsenal, he doesn't believe that Arsenal, regardless of what they do, are favorites to win the league. I am saying, regardless of what Arsenal say, I'm not going to say that they are favorites. I'm not going to rule them out of winning the league because of the history, like how they did very, very good job over the last 2 seasons. But it's astonishing that some Arsenal fans actually carry the same feeling. They say, regardless of what we do, I don't feel we're favorites. And by the way, it is not only because of Arteta. They tell you it is not. It's because they don't believe that this team together and the club as a mentality problem that they can win the title, especially because Liverpool won it last season. I find this astonishing, and I have no explanation for it. I can explain it from Osama's point of view, from a Chelsea point of view, but from an Arsenal fans' point of view, it's ridiculous how some Arsenal fans sit and say, I don't trust the team. Regardless of what we do, we're not favorites. That means they don't believe that their team is like, let me give you an example. Last season, Inter, every time I was asked, I said Inter will win the league. We are the best team in the league. I felt that our team is the best in the league, and if we don't win it, it's a failure. Once you ask Arsenal fans and they tell you that they don't feel like they're winning a league, basically there's no failure. If you're not expected to win the race, you're not failing.
I see what you're saying. You're talking about expectations.
You're not failing because no one told you that you have a chance of winning the race.
But these are the same. But Mo, these are the same fans. These are the same us. This is
the
why
thing is, sorry, Dayo. This is why I say, actually, you just made my conspiracy even stronger, which is forget even just the club and the players getting uplifted. I think the fans need uplifting as well, which is why. If Arsenal, okay, let's say Arsenal were the ones that season ended, they signed Wirtz directly. Okay, let's say they signed Wirtz, play him left wing, whatever.
Uplift.
Directly, all the Arsenal fans are hyped, they're excited, they're like, let's go next season, vamos, we're gonna do this, blah blah blah. Now it's almost, by the way, for the first time ever in my lifetime, Liverpool actually win a league and then go and make mad signing like this. Where now I'm so excited. Almost going like, okay, the only way that I would worry about Arsenal is if they sign Rodrygo, Gyokeres, Zubimendi. I have to take a step back and go like, okay, fairs. Like, this is a team that I have to worry about. But I'm sorry, I look at like the players that they're linked with now. You go sign, Zubimendi's a good player. I'm not going to change my mind on him now just because he's going to Arsenal. So I think he's a good player. And I think it's very important to see who Arsenal sign left wing. And it's very important to see who Arsenal sign up top.
Think about it. It's 20%.
This could go really good. This could go really bad. With all due respect, Sesko Semenyo, I'm going to make a prediction from now. If Arsenal sign Sesko and Semenyo, I think Arsenal are going to have a horrible season next season.
But again, Hussam, this is what is funny about how people analyze this thing. They want to pick on the Semenyos that are linked and all the Kudus that are linked, and just generally ignore the.
I gave you both scenarios, best and worst case.
No, not you. I'm saying general. I'm not speaking about you directly. I'm saying I've seen this on Twitter. I've seen this with Arsenal fans, and I'll say this again. Arsenal fans, right? When it comes to the whole, they don't trust the team to win. Like Mo was saying, then why do you get mad at the end of the season when you don't win? My point, these are the same fans, I guarantee you. These are the same fans, I guarantee you, who, if Arteta had won anything last season, would have said, he was lucky, we don't care. That's the truth. That's how their mentality is. there's a big difference between somebody who genuinely supports the club. It's not about Arteta. I think I support Arsenal. Like I said last season, even if Arteta won me a trophy, if there's a better manager out there and the job can be done, I'll change him. Not because I.
But
hate him.
can I ask you guys something? Do Arsenal play a league-winning football?
No.
And you don't analyze.
No.
Don't analyze the last season only. Okay, hold on before you jump the gun. Analyze the last 3 seasons, which basically the 3 seasons where Arteta has actually started challenging. Do Arsenal play a title-winning?
And before you guys answer the question, just quickly, big up to the Football Terrace for the redirect. Big up everyone who just joined in from the Football Terrace. Close the live chat. Hit the like button and continue to get engaged in the conversation as well. So please do like the video. Please do subscribe. We're currently talking about Arsenal. I'm going to move on to talk about Liverpool next. But anyway, what's you guys' answer to most questions? Do Arsenal play title-winning football?
I would say maybe the first season where they were, in first for the majority of the season. I think that at that point they were. And I think Arteta has slowly devolved the way that they play more and more. I feel in too many games, he's more speculative, right? He wants to be defensive. He wants to see what happens in the game. He's too worried about not losing the game. And for me, I don't understand why he's worried about losing the game when his defense has proven to him. I feel time and time again that it is one of the best defenses in all of Europe. So if that's the case, trust it more, attack more. There have been times where I think even just watching Arsenal games, it's frustrating. It's like, why you're supposed to be challenging for the league, throw everything. I remember when was it Liverpool when a man down was in Fulham, they still threw everything in the kitchen sink. Yeah, everything in the kitchen sink to try to get a win. Because that's all it is when you and we see what happens. For example, when Arsenal get a red card, Arteta retreats even further, not going for the win. That's where I think that is not league winning football right there. It's just not, and then that's just the unfortunate reality, and that comes from the manager. I mean, it stems down from the manager into the players.
What is the definition of league winning football? Is the question. That's
for me. So for me,
I can define this very simple.
Yeah, just give me a definition of league, then I'll understand.
Winning matters more than not losing.
No. Do Arsenal play football that makes them favorites to win every game against 16 out of the 19 teams you play? That's how you win the league. That's Pep Guardiola's philosophy. If you are going to win.
Yeah, but then using your logic, Liverpool play title-winning football, so do City, so do Chelsea.
Absolutely. But that's the whole point. Absolutely. Liverpool, Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City. And
I don't agree with your definition.
That is the definition. Actually,
I'll tell you what I mean. Roberto brought up a game, and I'm just going to unpack it from 2 different perspectives.
Yes.
Liverpool 2, Fulham 2. Okay? Arsenal 1, Brighton 1. Both of them ended in a draw. Both of them added 1 point to Liverpool and 1 point to Arsenal. But they sent 2 completely different messages to the entirety of the league. Liverpool, with 10 men against Fulham, not some shit opposition, had more possession, more shots on target. We had Gravenberch playing at centre-back towards the end of the game to try to win the game of football. So we threw exactly what Roberto just said. We threw the kitchen sink and everything at Fulham to try win. Arsenal, meanwhile, 1-1 against Brighton, and they essentially say a draw is good enough today.
What was the start in that game? No. You gave the start in your game. What was the start in the Arsenal-Brighton game? I want you to go back and check it, because it's very convenient when you say the Liverpool won and choose to ignore the fact that we still had more possession, more shots on target against Brighton, but we just didn't convert. So you might not like the style of play and the way it looks. It might not look exciting to you.
Okay, you see, already you're wrong. Already, stop. You're wrong. Brighton has more possession, double your shots, more passes,
in the
more
second
passing
half.
accuracies.
I said in the second half when we
my God, we're talking about the whole
but
game.
the game is 90 minutes. Yeah, the game is 90 minutes.
Again, Hossam, you said 10 men. You said with 10 men. So I'm putting that context of with 10 men going up against it. I'm saying what you do with the 10 men is what I'm talking about.
Okay, no problem.
The whole game, 90 minutes. I get.
Watch this. By the way, your argument becomes even weaker because you should be doing better with 11 men. Anyway, these are the Arsenal Brighton stats here in front of your very own eyes. We're not making shit up. We're sharing it on the screen right here. Let me zoom in even so you guys can read the numbers if you're watching on your phone or etc. So here you go. Arsenal 1-1 Brighton. The date is there. So you know we're not lying. Here you go. Shot on target, possession, blah, 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 blah. Everything is in Brighton's side. Now, let's reverse that. Liverpool, Fulham, right?
Yeah.
And I will share the date and everything so you guys know we're not waffling, we're not bullshitting. Here you go. December 4, 2024, the Robertson red card game. Okay? 17th minute. Watch this. More shots on target, more possession, blah, blah, blah. More corners, everything.
But you were at home. Arsenal were away.
Arsenal were at home to Brighton, bro.
Was it at
Okay,
home?
maybe did I?
Yes,
did
he was at home.
No.
Here, watch.
Can you go back? Okay, maybe I'm
Here you
mistaken.
go, bro.
The home game.
Arsenal on the left
Oh yeah,
hand side.
Arsenal were.
It was
Oh yeah,
Emirates.
Arsenal were.
Was
Yeah.
that
Oh, yeah.
Emirates? The 1-1 draw was at Emirates.
But that's why I brought up the Fulham game, because there have been multiple times throughout the season where I've seen, Arsenal get the red card or go, come from behind, and they just don't. And taken away from stats, taken away from, it's like not a beautiful football, whatever. I'm a Chelsea fan, right? I grew up winning, and it wasn't amazing, beautiful, sexy, scintillating football. We just won. But every time I saw the team go out, you could see that they wanted to win. The manager was telling them, you need to win this game. I don't want to draw it. We need to win it. If we're challenging for the league, we need to try to win every single game. There have been times where it looks like Arteta's just trying to mitigate damage and just collect the point. That's not, for me,
This is this
for me,
season.
that's
This
not.
is only
that-
last season. RSM. It's only this season.
But I'm saying is this has been a slow. It's been slowly devolving since they were that one season, right, where they were first almost every season. It's just
Season
it's
after
been,
they were
it's
very
been,
good. Season after they
no,
were
no,
very
no,
good.
they were very good, but it wasn't as good as then. It's like every time it was less good. That's my point. Every time it slowly got
By the
worse
way,
and
I
worse and
disagree
worse until we're at
with
now.
Roberto.
No,
In my
this
mind,
one-
if Arsenal want to win the league, they have to go back to the football from.
I
three seasons.
disagree. I think
No.
24, 25. Sorry,
23, 24.
23,
Yeah, but then you're gonna
24 is
say
the best football.
second-
23-24 was the
season
23-24 was the better season, and now 22-23
Yeah, yeah.
were flying. If you look at, and even if you look at the numbers and the stats,
I'm
it
talking
was-
about the season where Arsenal were 8 points ahead. The Saliba injury.
no.
season.
The season before, the season after was
that
better
we were
for me.
better. We were
No,
better.
I disagree so much. Isn't that the season?
Hossam, we lost 22-23 by 5 points. Listen, by 5 points.
1 second.
We
That
lost
was the season.
23-24 by 2 points.
Okay, tell me, guys, chill.
How is that not better?
The season is 24-25, 23. That was the season where Odegaard in 37 games had 15 goals, 7 assists. Martinelli had 15 goals, no penalties, and Saka had double-digit goals as well, and a lot of assists because of the style that Arsenal were playing. If
22,
Arsenal played
hold
that
on,
style from 3 years ago,
Hossam,
I'd be like,
Hossam.
shit, they could do something.
Hossam, 22-23, 23-24. Right?
No. I'm saying 22-23.
Mm-hmm.
The year where Saliba got injured and you were 8 points ahead.
Bro, Arsenal scored more goals, conceded less. If I'm not mistaken, they had more ball position. I'm checking.
Because
Arsenal 59. I'm checking, bro.
Big up to Born and Red as well for the raid. Like and subscribe, chat.
Similar ball
Liverpool next
position.
anyway.
Similar to ball position. Broski, like all I have to tell you is that Arsenal.
Okay, Mo,
24.
let's end this section on this. How about you answer your own question and then we'll talk about Liverpool.
I actually think last season Arteta has actually went back to not title winning play. Like I went to a lot of games not confident that Arsenal will win the game. The season before and the season before that, Arsenal were way more dominant, way more asserting on the game. Last season, Arsenal were not, and that is down to many factors. It's one of the factors is he wanted to slow start and build up momentum to get the best of the second half, and then his players got injured, so he didn't get any momentum during the whole season. So basically,
Okay.
but I'm gonna say that based on the history and analyzing the last 3 seasons, I think Arsenal can play and did play a title-winning way of playing football.
Okay. So speaking of title winning, you get me. We already know Liverpool are title winning. God, let's go. Big up to all of you guys locked in, guys. Why every time I look at the like count, I get disappointed? We have 1,100 people in here. We should be on 500 likes minimum, yeah. You see, Tumpaline spent £2 of his hard-earned money to tell you to like and subscribe. Don't just like and subscribe here. Go subscribe to Footy Judge Mo, MHF, Banter on the Pitch, and RSM TV, guys. Just like, subscribe right now. Everyone, please hit the like button, subscribe. We're gonna move on, talk about the Liverpool topic. Liverpool fans in the chat, you cannot disappoint me. I can't look at the like button and we're not at 500 likes. Liverpool fans, hit the like button right now. Thomas Frank is clear of Ainge Postecoglou. Hold that, you fucking bum. Everyone, please like and subscribe. Have some shame your team finished 15th. You're talking about the big clubs. Anyway, so back to the topic. We're going to talk about Liverpool Football Club. Ben Jacobs Bomba. Liverpool refused to give up on Alexander Isak. And
should start.
I don't want to
the
say
section.
my opinion on it, so I will let you guys talk. Go ahead, Mo.
Why is he not saying his opinion on it?
No, because everyone knows my opinion already, so I'm asking you guys to give a different
Wrap up the league. It's finished. It's done. It's over.
Yeah,
Liverpool are going to get 100 points.
Yeah.
This is going to be a Centurion season, probably invincible as well, unless Van Dijk gets injured or something like this. But listen, Wirtz, Salah, Isak, and imagine after all of this as well, they sell Diaz and they get Leao, for example. And I think Leao, Isak, Salah, and Wirtz behind them. And I think that's 100. That's more than 100 goals, more than 100 points. Wrap the league. Dayo, we're not.
Yeah. I mean, like, who's going to argue about that now? Then, I mean, anybody who wants to argue about having Mo Salah, Florian.
But Jurgen Klopp should come back and apologize to the fans of football for complaining before about City spending and Man United spending. Like Jurgen Klopp has to come out and apologize.
Public
He
apology.
has to come out and public
Ponzi,
apology
why are
by
you doing
Jurgen
this,
Klopp.
Ponzi? Why? Why are you making yourself dirty? You're not an Arsenal fan. You've seen 2 Champions Leagues in your lifetime, bro. Have some shame, bro.
Okay,
Yeah,
based on Staffy's logic, if Liverpool get Isak, Man United still have a chance of winning the league. That is what Staffy want to say. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens. Man United with Gyokeres, Cunha, and I'm telling you guys, listen to this. Cunha, Mbuemo, and Gyokeres. Man United in the middle with Bruno Fernandes and Casemiro Rogarty. With the generational talent of Lenioro, Man United with a league-winning manager like Ruben Amorim, Manchester United can absolutely challenge for this league title, and they will have as an equal opportunity as anyone else, regardless of who they sign, to win the Premier League title next season. It will be the biggest jump you have ever seen from a Premier League team from 15th. Chelsea did it from 10th. Now Man United are absolutely, this is a revolution at Man United. They're going to sign Emi Martinez. They're going to have Lenioro, De Ligt, Mazraoui, and they're going to sign a left wing back. And you will see Amad Diallo, a right wing back, and Man United with Mbuemo, Cunha, and Gyokeres can actually destroy the league. They can shatter records 100%. Ruben Amorim can be written in the history books for absolutely the only manager that made a team from 15th to the number 1 to actually winning the league. That is, and Man United as well, they will make a lot of money from their tours in Asia, and that will absolutely give them all the money in the world to actually go and buy more players and actually sell Højlund to Inter for about 50 million pounds. And that will fund the extra money that they needed to sign Ederson from Atalanta. And this will be the biggest transfer window. Man United are not only going to win the league, they're going to win the transfer window this season, and they're going to win the league this season. Clip this, and we're going to meet end of May in 2026. That is what is going to happen.
I love when the point goes on one of these stages. Guys, I'll be honest with you. Nothing Mo said is a lie, bro. Listen, Liverpool signed Isak. Ain't no, like, just wrap the league up, bro. I'm going to be so honest with you guys, bro.
Yeah,
wrap
I mean,
the league up.
The only thing I'll say is this, right? You know,
Because Salah can score if he doesn't, Isak is there if he doesn't, Gakpo's there if he doesn't.
That's the thing. I don't think anybody argues if Liverpool get Isak, you guys are basically just walking the league. I don't think anybody would contest that. The only thing I will contest is Isak actually leaving Newcastle. That's the only thing I'll contest. Because if Isak leaves, that's pretty much Newcastle giving up on the current project. That's it. Because Isak is their centerpiece. Isak is their centerpiece. And they got UCL football. If they didn't have UCL football, I'd be like, fair enough. Liverpool could easily take him. But he doesn't. So I don't see why Newcastle would be eager to let him go.
I understand your logic, which is from a Newcastle perspective, but why don't you ever look at it from Isak's perspective? Genuinely.
No, even from Isak's perspective, he just won a cup with the club, right? They're back in the UCL. Let's see what happens.
Can I tell you something?
If he wants to force,
you really think a Carabao Cup
hold
is going to
on.
Hold on.
Let me ask a question. Let me ask a question. RSM, do you think Newcastle have a chance of winning the title next season?
No.
Do you think Newcastle have a chance of winning the Champions League next season?
No.
Do you think Liverpool have a chance of winning the title next season?
Yes to both, because I know what you're going to ask.
Exactly. Do you think Liverpool are favorites to win the Premier League title if they sign Isak?
Of course.
Do you think Liverpool will be one of the Do you think?
But the thing is, like,
Liverpool
okay,
will be one of the favorites?
my issue is obviously I'm
Look
telling
at
you,
this
yes,
squad
that,
I am walking you through
No, no,
like
no.
what Isak
no,
agent-
but then my thing is like I understand, but my argument again, my argument isn't that Isak wouldn't want to go because Liverpool is going to bring him more success. It's just the fact that Newcastle is not going to just easily let him go. That's my only argument. It's not going to be as simple as like my only argument is no, because some people are saying like, oh, it's easy, just hand the money.
He said we're gonna do even more than Wirtz.
Well, that's my whole point. But people are asking like, you're just gonna drop a simple 100 and it'll be done. It'll have to be something monumental for Newcastle to say yes, and even then, I'm sure and I'm sure that Newcastle will try.
In the chat have never watched me ever on a show. That's why they're asking. What am I?
Guys,
saying?
he's being sarcastic.
He's being sarcastic. Come on, guys.
You know. The funny thing is this. I think I understand your perspective,
Say
right?
please.
I think Isak would want to go to Liverpool. Any great player would want to win with a squad like that. You'd want to go to Liverpool, like, yeah, of course. But you're right. Newcastle as a business who have built their entire franchise around him for the last 2-3 seasons. Literally, for the last 2 seasons, they built their franchise around Isak as a club who is building that. If Isak goes to them and says, "I want to leave," they're going to put a ridiculous price tag on his head. Yeah. A ridiculous.
Unless he does throw a tantrum, which is what Liverpool fans have been asking Isak on social media.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you throw the tantrum, they will still put a massive.
You know, they are asking.
No. The thing is, like, even
the big Liverpool account. Sorry, honestly. The big Liverpool account.
Guys, Isak is fucking 25. He's gonna turn 26 this season. Centerpiece of Project what, bro? You guys, come on.
No, but that's again.
Dayo, wait. 1 second.
No, you wait.
You said centerpiece of.
Let me explain.
Dayo, I'm responding to your point. You said centerpiece of Project, right? Okay. With all due respect, best case scenario for Newcastle is they win the league 3 years from now. Best case scenario. By that time, Isak is 29.
Okay, listen.
Versus Isak can win the league now, can win the Champions League now.
Sam, you are mixing up two things. I said Isak will want to leave and go to Liverpool, but Newcastle as a business will not make it easy. Isak as a player, I think, would say, you know what, Liverpool, I'm coming. I think you're not paying attention. I'm saying because Newcastle has built a project around him as a business, they will say, listen, we've invested way too much around this for the last 2 years. We may not win next year, but we are building something for the future, and you were part of it.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to leave, fair enough. We will put a massive price tag on your head. So I'm not saying Isak won't want to come to Liverpool. I didn't say that. There's a big difference. So don't I'm talking about Newcastle as a club, as a business.
Okay, that's what you're talking about. But guess what? I'm talking about Isak perspective.
And I agree with Isak's perspective.
No, but the thing is. Regardless of Isak, yes, no, that's the whole point, though.
Plus, let's say 100 million plus 20 million add-ons, and the add-ons are Liverpool win the league, you get 5 million. Liverpool win the Champions League, you get 5 million. Isak win Golden Boot, you win 5 million. Blah blah blah. All achievable add-ons, right? Nothing crazy, no Ballon d'Or clause, none of that shit. So just completely normal add-ons, right? If you're Newcastle in this moment in time, the fact that you have Champions League football now. The one thing that people are not talking about is Newcastle needs squad depth. Meaning, if you're in Newcastle's place, playing 2 games a week, you are much better having 4 players, 5 players that are B+ than 1 player who is A-star. That's genuinely my logic right now. No one can debunk it.
Listen, again, Hussam, you're saying exactly what we're saying. We're just saying it from Newcastle's perspective. Isak will want to go to Liverpool. Agreed. Whatever the reasons are, whether he's a fan of Liverpool, whether he just wants to win, whatever the reasons are, he will definitely want to go. Any good player will make that move, right? The question is, you said achievable clauses. Because of what they've built around Smart, Newcastle will want to cash in heavily. So the price tag that they're going to put on his head will be a lot, is all I'm saying. And if Liverpool is willing to, fork out that money to get him, then they should go ahead and do it. If they ask you to bring 150 million pounds or 160 million pounds right now for Isak, is Liverpool going to fork it out? And if they can, they should do it and get Isak. Isak wants to go there. Newcastle will be forced to sell, and it's done. Nobody's arguing about whether Isak.
Okay, guys, by the way, Staffy wants the link because Mo really rattled him. Here's the thing. You guys are not paying your rent. I'm going to give you free content. No money, no memberships, nothing. all I want is 500 likes. 500 likes, and I will send Staffy the link right now. We have 1,300 people in here. Like this, you can get us to 500 likes. 500 likes, I'll send Staffy the link right now because he's really rattled by Mo. You get me? So he can come tell us why Isak will not win Liverpool the league. So everyone like the video. Everyone subscribe right now. 500 likes is the target. Let's get.
If you get 500 likes, Man United might actually not win the league, because if you don't, Man United will win the league with the front three. Hit that like button.
Like the video. Like the video right now. Come on, we're already at 420. Let's go. 500. I'll send him the fucking link. He'll come and shout at Mo. Let's go.
Listen, before Staffy comes in and shouts, the one thing I will say is I agree with you 100%, because I think Isak, like, if Liverpool truly are willing to put the money down, I think Isak will say, listen, I want the move, right? Where I am going to position this, right, is from Newcastle perspective. I'm going to be being completely honest. Even going away from them as a business, just footballistically, if they lose Isak, there is nobody in the market they can replace him with right now. The striker market is very weak. It's cool that they get 150 million, but they're not going to be able to use it to buy a replacement for Isak that's going to help them to maintain their position as a Champions League club. They will fall down the table.
Wrong. Can I tell you why you're wrong objectively? Here's the thing. How
you're
can
not
you sustain...
objectively...
Okay, I'll tell you objective answer. As Newcastle, how can you sustain being a Champions League club? Okay, this is the Newcastle goal. I want to win the league 3 years from now. In order for me to do that, because of PSR rules and FFP rules, I can't do the Man City thing. Right? I can't just go Saudi Airways, 200 million, Saudi chocolate, 200 million. I cannot do this anymore. Right? So now I've got to do this step by step. Now, I'll tell you why I say objectively. If you're Newcastle and you want to remain in the top 4, let's say Newcastle take that 120 million and they sign Harvey Elliott, Joe Gomez,
Harvey Elliott,
wait, Habibi, Mark Guehi, and as a striker replacement, let's say they sign Joao Pedro, Wissa, whoever. That team as a squad can compete better in 2 competitions. Isak is a difference maker, make no mistake. He is the best or second best striker in the league. I say he's the second best behind Haaland, just because I respect what Haaland did. But for me, I'm saying he's the second best striker in the league. I'm looking at Newcastle right now, and they don't need one difference maker. They need multiple bodies, because they're going to play Wednesday, Saturday, Tuesday,
but
Sunday.
But the reason they need multiple bodies is because Isak is the difference maker that gets them into the UCL. If they lose Isak, that's gone. There's going to be, the thing is, the depth will allow them to compete in multiple competitions, but without the superstar player, without the person who scores the goals, look at how razor thin the margins were for Newcastle to get into the UCL this season. Without Isak, they're going to just be a top of the table team, but they're not going to regularly be in UCL. And you can tell me, why does it matter? We'll win the league. At this point in time, Newcastle doesn't have the ambition to win the league. They just want to, when they can go to players and they can start saying, listen, if you come to us, right, we are regularly a UCL team, right? We can build you up. We won a cup. We're regularly in the UCL. That's more of something to present players, right? We were able to keep Isak, right? We're able to keep the good players. This is more of a thing to build on for the future, because I agree with you. They're not going to win the league in 3 years.
Where they need a player of that quality or caliber.
But why would you say that? This is the player that got them into the Champions League, and then you say, oh, let's lose our best player. Like,
wrong once again.
No. You see,
it was not just Isak alone. Dayo. Listen, Newcastle. Okay, do you agree? Bruno Guimaraes, Anthony Gordon, Joe Linton, all these players.
It doesn't make up for Isak.
B+ level players.
It doesn't make up for Isak.
Isak is the difference maker in that team. Now, if I add more players of that quality, of that caliber, you become better as a squad.
Let me ask you a
question. Let me ask you a question. Dayo, 1 second, because I'm the only one arguing the opposite. Do we all agree Isak is world class?
Yeah.
Okay. Do Newcastle have any other world class player?
Not really, but they have a really good player. They
have really good players. Okay, they signed Bruno Guimaraes for 25 million from Lyon, blah, blah, blah. If they take that 100 million, 120 million, and go sign 4 or 5 players who are very good / top class / in that,
there is no striker out there that will actually...
As a squad, it will help them. I understand.
The only way they sign...
Let me say a final statement. They will never replace Isak like for like. Ever. It's not going to happen, we all agree. But as a squad, they can get better. 100%.
But again, Hussam, here's what
I want to say one statement. The only way Isak leaves, if if Isak forces the move, that's it.
Yeah, definitely. But here's what I'm saying.
Yeah, of course,
Osam.
of course,
Osam,
of course, of
Osam,
course.
Newcastle, I'm telling you, Osam, Newcastle will not even sell for 150. Why?
Osam, as a club, let me say this to you. As a club, right? As a club,
With Champions League.
Osam, think about this. As a club, you have Alexander Isak in your team. You have some very good players in your team, and then you want to buy better players. And you're like, listen, you're going to play with Isak. We're in the Champions League. You're building. Isak is even a centerpiece that will still attract even better players as well for them. You lose Isak as well. Some people are like, okay, I'll go take his place, but I'll never be an Isak. Like you said, like for like, they'll never replace him, right? We all know this. My point is, I think that Isak will choose a Liverpool. That's for sure as a player. And I agree to that point. But when you look at the Newcastle side of things, they're going to do everything in their power to make it a roadblock. In fact, they might even tell him and say, okay, you know what? We're going to go out and buy the players you want us to even buy. This. Like, that's how important an Isak is. Like, you will buy players to build around him because now you're like, okay.
Can I ask you something, Dayo? If you're Isak, would you move to Liverpool now? 25 years old.
Yes, I would.
Yes.
I would. At 25
Okay, so
years,
we're talking about it from a player perspective. Not everything
would.
is just
At 25
Newcastle
years.
related.
Like if I'm
Like,
at 25,
very
I would
simple.
move. If I'm Isak,
Yeah,
I'll move.
very-
I
very
get it. I
simple.
know, but I'm saying you have to remember he's an asset.
And by the way, because
and
there
there's
is one
contract.
more problem, and I'm gonna present to everyone that nobody thought about it. If Isak doesn't move this season and Arsenal get a striker, Liverpool get Ekitike, and Chelsea, no one, because Isak's value, and he knows this, his value, if he scores 8 goals in the Champions League, they play 8 games, minimum 8 games. They don't play Champions League, do they? They play Champions
No,
League.
they are in the Champions League. They are.
So
They're in the
he
Champions League. They
scores-
got 5th.
So he plays 8 games. If Isak scores minimum 8 goals in the Champions League and only 20 goals in the Premier League, his price go up, right? Now, Liverpool have a striker already, and they already spent on Ekitike or Osimhen or whatever. Arsenal sign a striker. He's like, okay, now I want to move because Newcastle are not winning the league. Chelsea finished ahead of us. Who's buying him?
Madrid,
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi or Madrid. Right? Madrid is looking for a striker. That's when
Saudi
they'll
or
get him.
Madrid?
Barcelona,
Madrid, who? They have
Barcelona.
fucking
Or,
Mbappe.
No.
or Barcelona.
Barca would 100% Barca
We-
would.
Barca would, yeah.
But Barcelona, the ones who are buying Nico Williams and they are building with them, maybe.
No, but that would be
Maybe
the
if he
following
gets-
season.
You know his price is gonna go up.
It will go
But,
up.
but Barca would be they do that. They pay that type of money for players, for strikers as well. They would pay that type of money,
Maybe.
even if it went up.
I mean, they can't afford him now. We don't know what Barca's
Nico Williams, Yamal, and Isak, like behind him, Pedro. That's kind of fucking deadly.
That's way too deadly.
It is. It is. I mean, it's as scary as what we're saying now potentially, right? If Liverpool get Isak, it's very deadly. Like those are
And
deadly
the thing is
attacks.
as well,
Who's-
another point.
Which
what,
which one is better? Salah, Isak, Liao, or Nico Williams, Yamal, Isak?
Oh, Liverpool won.
Ah,
Because Salah is
People
better
in
than
the
Yamal
chat.
now, but Yamal has higher ceiling.
No, I'm talking about in the next year or two. Like, we're not talking about the next, like, 5
No,
years.
next
year,
year
then-
Liverpool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's too long.
Salah, Isak, Liao. Okay, that's kind of,
Yeah, but Leao is
Also-
better than Nico Williams.
yeah, fair enough.
He is. He is. Guys,
But
with
the
all
thing
due
is, you have to
respect
put
to everyone in the chat,
you have to put in
bullshit.
context.
With
You
all
have
due
to put in
respect,
context of
Salah
who's
is
behind
for
the
Barcelona and La Liga. He would not have 6 fucking
Salah,
goals.
Salah, Isak, Diaz, or Gakpo, or Rodrygo, Gyokeres, Saka.
Say that again. Say that again.
Salah,
One more
Isak,
time.
Diaz, or
Okay.
Gakpo,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Or Gyokeres, Saka, Rodrygo.
Liverpool. Yeah.
What if
Because
Isak
the
goes to
combined
Arsenal?
one would be Salah, Isak, and Rodrygo. So
Yeah.
What if Isak goes to Arsenal and they sign Rodrygo as well? They're not gonna do that.
yeah, but then that's a different.
Yeah, but that's
conversation.
that's FIFA. That's FIFA right there.
Yeah,
No,
that's
they
FIFA.
can. If they sell Martinelli, they can actually.
Sell Martinelli for how much? They're gonna get 300 million.
but this is the thing, right? If Rodrygo,
No,
if
already they
if
have
Isak,
the money.
if Isak
Guys,
is
by the way,
available,
Here, we're not even at 500 likes yet. We're 10 likes away from 500. You want Staffy to come in here and fight with footage?
you guys are
that's
moving
more-
like Hoyland.
Close the live chat and like the video right now. You bums. Because Staffy's coming in hot and he can't even like the video. It's a fucking free button. Close the live chat, hit the like button right now.
Mhm.
Yalla, we're 5 likes away now. Everyone slap that shit. because Staffy is in the house, Habibis.
Okay, well, it's Isak, Rodrygo,
He's big
Saka,
bang.
or Salah, Ekitike, and whoever.
whoever ايش انت what's your question?
Man, I want to know what's the best move for Alexander Isak.
The best move for Alexander Isak in short is Liverpool. Done.
No, if Barca's on the table, they have an argument. I'll say that much.
Yeah, Barca have an argument, of course, but
Yeah.
no Arsenal.
Yeah, no, not Arsenal, no.
Before Staffy comes in, I'm gonna get water. He's gonna waffle a lot, and I need like water. You know.
Mo's gonna do the pep thing, just water bottle.
I actually have that video as well, where he was drinking it aggressively in the FA Cup, right? That's the one. I know the one that you're talking about as well.
Yep.
I know the one that you're talking about. Yeah, here it is.
The way they move the ball, the way they switch the ball with rush, the way they move.
Yep, that's the one right here. That's the one. Right? So Staffy, by the way, joined and then just left the chair by itself.
This guy, man.
Yeah.
He said, I'm not joining until Mo's on screen. He wants a 1v1 Mo.
Running until Mo's on screen. You get me?
Exactly.
So let's get 500 likes, chat. Yalla. We're 515. Let's fucking go. Yalla. So I swear it's just a chair. He's on screen, Staffy. Are you ready or what? Well, it's just a fucking chair.
What happened? What are we talking about? We're doing super chats or
No. Staffy saw that you weren't there and he just left.
A chair by itself.
Staffy what?
Has a chair by itself.
Staffy saw that you walked away, so he also walked away.
He's here now. He's here.
There we go.
Did he get scared?
Yeah, he got scared. Nice stuff.
Did he get scared?
Hello, guys. Hello, Mo.
Here comes that New York
Here we
accent. Here comes his fist.
No. There's no New York accent. Listen, you don't know how much more wild than me.
I'll be right back, guys. Sorry.
Wallah, I was sitting down, wallah, eating a falafel sandwich with my mint Schwips.
Fuck, dude, he
And then
said
I just heard
Schwipsen
this
like
guy
the North.
waffling and mentioning United. I was like, la. Wallahi, I packed up the Schwips. I was like, la, I have to go online right now and cook this guy.
I
wasn't even
didn't
home. I was
even
5
talk
minutes away. I
about
was like,
United.
no. I'm going to go home and cook this guy. You, wallah azim, you are shameless. You are
Very
absolutely shameless.
I'm very
You
shameless.
have no shame. You don't know what shame is. I'll tell you why. Since you want to be Mr. Deflection, by the way, how dare you? How dare you still show face on the internet and speak the way that you do after... You think we forgot what happened 2 weeks ago when your team got packed in a Champions League final, the worst defeat in history.
No, you're really hold on. No.
You're gonna let me speak
I'm not
now.
gonna. No, hold
You're
on.
gonna let me speak
We
now.
are
There
not-
we go.
we're
I'm already
not-
getting interrupted.
No, because he's
Now
doing.
I'm getting interrupted. Let me drink my Schwips while I interrupt
Me,
me.
Osam, hold on. Me, Osam, and Terry spoke about this early today. My team doing bad has nothing to do with my ball knowledge. Like it doesn't. Like someone.
That is actually a great point, and you just done yourself. Because guess what, Mr. Shameless? I was commenting on the Liverpool section. You were saying something about what? You guys were talking about Liverpool. I said Mo was waffling. And then what do you do right away? You mention United and you start selling some weird agenda.
Habibi, you said I was
would
waffling.
say.
What was I waffling about? What was I literally said.
Everything. What do you mean, what was you waffling about?
No, hold on. Osam, rewind the tape. I said Isak goes to Liverpool, wrap the title for them. You said Mo, you're waffling. How am I?
Okay, so you were talking about the front line. I said you're waffling. Your response to me saying you're waffling, you said, oh, they're going to get Mbemo, they're going to get Cunha, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. My response to Liverpool, and this is why you're shameless, Mo, because Mo's the one who invites me on the Rational League on his channel. You know what Mo always tells me? Yo, Staffy, I like to invite you because you can speak outside of Man United. Oh, Staffy's not a United fan. Staffy's actually rational. And when I make a comment about Liverpool, you say, oh,
how am I waffling? Can you respond? How am I waffling?
Okay. That should have been your opening question. Instead, you wanted to waffle about United.
Don't you are saying
me.
No,
let me tell you this. Hold on.
First time watching me on YouTube.
No, Mo, let me finish.
That monologue is what you want to hear. Do you want to hear me? Do you want me to come here and say Man United?
So you're assuming I want to hear that. How could you say that I want to hear that when I don't even believe that? You are grouping me with the likes of Terry, who just wants to sit there and be positive 24/7. Oh, guys, Don't show your bum too early. Oh, I like this signing. Oh, I think Ineos, they've been doing well so far. Don't ever group me with these group of people, because all I do on the internet every day is battle the top reds. I have a picture that I set out to top reds every day where it's a top run token.
What is
every
your
time
point?
Someone says something, I'm like, here you go. I am fighting United fans every day that say, oh, we're getting Cunha and we're getting Bomba. We're going to finish in top 5. When have I ever said that? I'm on your channel all the time and I never say that. So why would you say that about me?
That is a monologue that I run because you're a Man United fan. And when I said that Liverpool will win the league if they get Isak, you said I'm waffling. What is your response to this?
Okay, I can tell you why I think you're waffling on that without having to include United, because United and Liverpool are not in the same conversation. I'll tell you what, United at best...
I think you are. I think if you get Mbuemo, Cunha, and Gyokeres with Amad Diallo, I think you are.
Look, you couldn't even keep a straight face. This is why. Listen, I'll tell you what. This is why yesterday.
Listen,
I'm gonna tell you this. What Roberto's doing to Inter right now is because of you. When you got packed by a Mexican team yesterday, you got dunked on by a 39-year-old Ramos. Habibi, Sergio Canales. Do you remember Sergio Canales?
Sergio Canales, yeah.
From Betis and Sociedad. He was running rings around your team yesterday. This is all happening to Inter because of you. This is why the whole of YouTube, when you lost 5-0 and you drew yesterday, the whole of YouTube drops agendas just to cook you. You're the only thing that unites all of YouTube. All of us YouTubers, we never agree on anything until it's time to hate on Footy Judge Mo, because you get to sit there with that slimy smile on your face and you sit here and you run these agendas and you rattle all of us while your team right now is at an all-time low. All-time low. You deserve to hold that.
All-time low? Bro, your team is an all-time low. I reached a Champions League final and I'm second in the league.
Sure, I have no problem with that. I already know my team is at all-time low. But that's what, that's your own doing.
If that's your own doing. My all-time low, like, I will take it.
You lost 5 in the Champions League final. Even I would have lost 5 in the Champions League final.
We sold the final. Now to settle our debt with UEFA. We literally did that. Khalas. I'm convinced. We sold the final.
All I'm saying is you were sitting there popping veins on YouTube while your team was going to pack 5. So you better watch how you talk.
I'm just going to say this. Exclusive on Don Hussam. Inzaghi, you fucking rat. You sold your soul. You literally sold the final. You're an absolute rat. You have no heritage at Inter. Fuck you. And fuck your 20 league title, basically. You gave us the 20 league title because you wanted something, because you wanted to build your name. You never liked the club, never cared about the fans, and he never cared. The reason why I'm saying this, the man lost the final on purpose, so we all accept that he goes to Al Hilal. And I'm telling you, the way he coached Al Hilal today against Real Madrid, I am telling you, he sabotaged the fucking final. You see the difference between Al Hilal against Real Madrid. He is coaching Al Hilal, and they are playing Real Madrid head to head. He can't coach Inter in the final. He played Barcelona, bro, and he can coach. He played Bayern Munich. This guy sold the final, and I know it, bro. There is no other way around it. We literally gave up on that final. PSG
you're saying the money turned his head. The money turned his head.
No, bro. Did you see how I watched some of this game today. I was sitting in the mechanic shop and they had the game on, and I watched a big part of the game.
Oh, you had the mechanic shop watching a game. That's the most random thing you said.
I was Brodsky. I was watching Al Hilal knocking it around Real Madrid.
There you go.
Little triangles. It was crazy.
Yeah, I was watching.
Inzaghi's cooking.
I'm like, Inzaghi.
Happy New Year, Staffy.
So Inzaghi upgraded. Congrats, Inzaghi. You went to a better team. What's the issue?
No,
he went to a better team.
He's a fucking fraud that sold our team and our club. And I wish him nothing but actually get humiliated in his life. And I would never want to see him coach in Europe again, because this guy absolutely destroyed the image of our club. I'm being serious, by the way. It's not a joke. And by the way, Inter fans now on Twitter, the people that were saying, oh, they were defending him. Every now is saying he's a rat. Same as Liverpool fans doing with Trent when they saw him speak Spanish, and he's been learning Spanish for 2 years. By the way, Inzaghi sold us. And the Al Hilal president said that they have been talking to him for months and they already agreed the deal for months. Like he didn't make the decision in the final day. His head was not there. Broski, Al Hilal president have no idea what's going on. He's like, we have been planning this for months. Mr. Inzaghi have accepted to join us months ago. Fuck you then. You have a league to win and a Champions League final. You're doing us dirty like this.
Wait, Mo. Didn't he also lose a cup final? Wait, wasn't it also a cup final that he lost as well? No, he got knocked out of the cup semi, right? He didn't have the semis, right?
You know, like he actually had the shitty plan in the semi. I'm telling you, broski. Let me give you a scenario for people that you guys.
I love how I made him get rattled without even doing anything.
No. You reminded him of Staffy. You know how heated Mo was? He opened the bottle and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna close it.
Fuck this, bro. Like I'm being serious. Bro. I am gonna tell you guys one thing that's for real, right? For real, right? I want you guys to think about this. Think about all what people said about John Duran going to Saudi, about João Neves not João Neves, what's the other guy's name? Neves going when he left Wolves and Man United wanted him and chose Saudi. Look at everyone talking about if Osimhen takes the money from Saudi. I just want you guys to sit back and think about a scenario that could have happened. I'm not saying Inter win the Champions League, but Inter perform very well in the Champions League final. They lose. PSG are a much better team than us. We lose 2-0, 3-1. And Inter wins Serie A, right? We win the league. But Inzaghi, after this, one day after Inter win the title, right? And lose the Champions League, I chose to go to Saudi Arabia. I want everyone here on this panel to tell me what would the headline be. And by the way, he's deciding to leave Inter. There are other teams that are looking for coaches. There are a lot of people that are looking for coaches. And I want you guys to see the headlines on Twitter and how the people in Italy and how the fans would react. Think about it. What would the headline be? Sell out. He's going for the money. He sold his career. One of the best coaches in the world is choosing the Saudi money. The backlash, right? But no one spoke about this when he lost the league, he lost the cup, and he got smashed in the final. I just want you to think about it. No one, everyone accepted that Inzaghi took the money and he actually failed. And people said, Arsenal fans that wanted Inzaghi before said, we don't want him. Chelsea fans said, even if Maresca leave, we don't want him. People in Germany said, we don't want him again. So his clear path, he accepted the money. He got 25 million euros or 30 million euros a year in Saudi Arabia. And all of us accepted it. Like, it's okay. You are a failure. You failed at Inter. You're going to Saudi because that is your level. You're going to get the money. I want you to think about if Inzaghi played against PSG as he played against Barcelona or Bayern Munich, where he won the league with Serie A, where he could have won the game, right? There was a world where Inter, not in the 90 minutes, bottled the league. I want you to think about that. What would the headlines be, to be honest?
Don't worry about it. You're getting Højlund instead of that Esposito guy. So you'll be good. You'll be good. Don't worry about it.
If we pay
listen to yourself. Yeah, it's your channel and you're not even focused.
If we
TikTok, wallah, someone played that in the background. It's not me.
If we pay Staffy, if we pay more than 10 million pounds for Højlund, I actually think they are still sabotaging the club. I'm being serious.
Why would they tank? Why would they tank the club?
Yeah, it just makes no sense.
They're tanking the club.
This club is just trying to self-implode at this point.
This isn't like the NFL or the NBA where you get draft picks. Like you just tank the club, you just lose.
Can someone explain to me why would Inter spend? Okay, Man United want 40 million. Inter said we can't pay 40 million. Man United said we're giving you payments, but you have to pay upfront about 20 to 25 million pounds. Can someone explain to me why would Inter go to Man United and pay 25 million for Højlund? Someone explain to me. Is there any reason for Inter to do this? By the way, our most expensive signing in the last 4 years have been Pavard for 30 million. And he was a league winner with Bayern. Why would you pay for Højlund 25 upfront? And there is no reason other than this is money laundry, this is mafia work, and Inter are money laundering.
What are we doing here?
Inter money laundering is killing me.
The Liverpool Can Staffy answer the question, please? How is Mo waffling if when he says that end the league if Liverpool sign Isak?
Oh, let's go back to that. So Mo originally said front four. He mentioned a front four. He said Salah, Wirtz, Leao, and Isak. Number one, I don't think that front four is even going to happen. Number two, that front four is just too dysfunctional. They just sound all great on paper. Let me remind you, there was a front three that once existed of Mbappe, Neymar, and Messi. And on paper, we all thought that's the best front three in the world. They got packed in the Champions League two seasons in a row. When you say that, all of them individually, of course, great players. I don't think they work together. If you're going to have a full front four of stars where they need too many players to accommodate them, then you already know how football works, Mo. You always actually talk about that. You talk about how it's not just names, it's chemistry, it's profiles, it's building a team that fits each other. That front four doesn't fit each other. What are you trying to do here? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but Leao, first of all, I don't even know why it's Leao.
Leao doesn't track back. He's lazy.
I think it's either going to be Gakpo or Diaz with those two, number one. Number two, here's the thing. The reason why it works is Salah's creativity and Wirtz's creativity. I think this front three is closer to like Tevez, Rooney, Ronaldo, where like you have two players who are very good creatively, because Wirtz is very good creatively, Salah is very good creatively. And then you got like the goal scorer, if you would like, an Isak. So that's why it would work on the pitch and on paper. It would work because I don't think this is a matter of like Vinny, Rodrygo, Mbappe. Why? Because no one is playing in a position they're uncomfortable in. Meaning Salah right winger, right wing. Wirtz number 10 in the 10. Isak striker in the striker. Diaz or Gakpo in the left wing, left wingers. So no one is doing like what Rodrygo is doing, which is right-footed right winger. It just doesn't work. So Salah has that creativity. Isak can run in behind and he's a complete striker, so he can hold up the ball. Same thing with Gakpo as well in terms of his wing play. And then you got Wirtz in behind them. So that's why I think even chemistry-wise it works. I don't think it's similar.
So hold on. You made a comparison to Rooney, Tevez, and Ronaldo. Rooney and Tevez did so much legwork for Ronaldo. They used to defend a lot.
Yeah, but Wirtz works really hard on the pitch. He's not like.
Yeah, but how about the other side? So you already have a striker who you need to cater for, and you have Mohamed Salah. Well, let's be honest.
No, at this age, we don't have to cater for Isak.
Mohamed Salah to run a lot off the ball.
No, we don't have to cater for Isak because I don't know. Yeah, Isak is hardworking as well.
He's a hardworking player.
You bring Isak to give him the ball closer to goal. That's what Salah would give him. I think Isak and Salah, that's a great combo.
Salah is the only one that doesn't track back in that front four, by the way.
But my biggest issue is Mo was adding what's his name, Leao to that. Leao, not at all.
Yeah, but I don't think we signed Leao anyway.
No. My statement that was later, Staffy.
You said that when you said that. That's why I said Mo waffling.
No. You said waffling. Once I said Isak goes to Liverpool, wrap up the title.
No. Wallah, I said it when you said those four. That's what. I'll tell you this. If you say as
low-key, right I think Leao would track back at Liverpool because he would be.
Bro, he's literally Rashford. I promise you, he's Rashford.
Staffy, let me tell you something. Mo will know exactly what I'm saying, and he'll tell you this. Someone who watches the Serie A. Leao thinks he's above AC Milan and the players.
It doesn't matter, bro, because I've seen him with Portugal as well. It's the type of player who he is. He's the type of player.
Nobody tracks back at Portugal. Nobody.
He's the type of player that gets the ball. He wants to stay up front, get the ball, and just be the main attack, and that's fine.
On the Leao point, okay, so just keep Gakpo or Diaz then.
Yeah, if you say that, I don't mind that. I thought when you said that, that's why I said he waffled.
But I never. That's later. The Leao, bro. The Leao thing is later. I said that. Sam asked me. Mo speak about Liverpool. I said Isak. I said if Liverpool get Isak versus Salah, wrap up the league. That was my statement. And then later I asked everyone, who do you think is better? Rodrygo, like Gyokeres.
By the way, no one is linking up to Leao or anything. So this is not even a thing.
So as I said, I was just going by what most stated. Now let me ask you guys this. Do you actually think Diaz is going to leave?
It depends on it depends on the money.
But as things stand, the dominoes are Nico Williams is headed to Barca. So
I think they'll get Nico Williams. I don't think they'll get Diaz.
But by the way, we already know who the left winger we're gonna get is. Gakpo is gonna be the starting left winger, and the other left winger is gonna be Malik Fofana.
What if what?
You don't know that Chelsea. I don't think you net again, but there's
say
multiple
that again. Say that again.
Gakpo is gonna be the starting left winger, and the backup is gonna be Malik Fofana from Lyon.
That's for you.
Yeah. That's Gakpo's the only
linked to Gakpo's linked to Bayern Munich. They want him.
No. That was debunked already. I think if there's any left winger that leaves, it's gonna be Diaz, not Gakpo.
Yeah, but we're also in for Fofana. That's the thing. If Gittins fall through, we will offer Fofana the starting and left wing pretty much.
Yeah, you're gonna offer.
No, I'm saying if it falls through.
10-year contract.
Again, a lot of dominoes.
If you don't sign Gittins, that's not who you're linked with. You're linked with Alejandro.
We're not linked to them.
Garnacho.
We're literally not linked to them, bro. I just like I need you like people are like we're linked with, and it's like Hussam on his burner account, bro. I'm telling you like there's no legs to it, legit. Like as soon as we got the links to Fofana, bro. As soon as we got the links to Fofana, it's dead. That's it. We're not going in for him, bro.
Arsene, if you got Garnacho,
hold up.
Personally.
1 second. Fabrizio verbatim said 35% Garnacho goes to Chelsea. 35%.
Yeah, Fabrizio's washed. He started using percentages, bro. He's finished. Let's not do this, man.
Your club live on. Here we goes from Fabrizio. Fabrizio gave you last season 35. Here we go.
No, but that's because last season.
Here we go from Fabrizio. Bro,
Fabrizio. Hold up. By the way, no. No, hold on, no, stop. We fed him. Any Chelsea fan would tell you, any Chelsea fan would tell you, it was clear as day that Fabrizio was getting like immediate Chelsea briefings to everything that we were doing. He was the first to everything, and then we just stopped telling him everything, and he's gotten stuff wrong. This summer, he's not been good for Chelsea news.
This is the scenario that is gonna happen. Chelsea are gonna get Gittins, but they also gonna sign Garnacho on loan. This is what's gonna happen. They're going to take Garnacho of Man United on loan with an obligation to buy.
And listen, and then when we wake up, right? When we wake up from the dreams, then what? When we wake up into reality, right? When we wake up into reality, then what, bro?
Don't forget, he said he's not going anywhere outside of England.
Like, bro, we're not. I'm telling you, we're not doing it, bro.
Personally drive to Newark. I will deliver you a Garnacho jersey, and I will stream with you.
Why would I take the Garnacho? Legit, why would I ever take the Garnacho jersey?
I will sit on the seat next to you. I better find a chair.
It's your club.
I'll stream with you.
If someone gives me Lautaro Martinez shirt, it's an Inter shirt. I'm just gonna take it.
I will personally order it, deliver it to you, and do the stream with you.
Even if he comes on loan and he has a jersey there with you guys, he's a Chelsea player for the season. It is what it is, bro. It's Garnacho.
I know, but he's not. But again, Garnacho and I also have it. Like the Garnacho links. Listen. The Garnacho.
Stop saying for loan.
Nobody's paying 70. Nobody's paying 70 million pounds. Staffy.
Again, move.
This is why he's getting hold. I'm telling you, Rabbana bi aqbu.
He's probably gonna get hold. But my thing is, by the way, as well, the whole Europa scandal killed the Garnacho stuff as well. By the way, that's dead.
Why are you shaking?
I just want to say something. I swear to God, if Arsenal sign Garnacho,
nah, he's not. This is not Edu. You see, this is why I know you guys. You want to laugh because of what happened last season, but that was Edu, and this is a different sporting director. So for me, I know that this guy is proper from what I've seen him do in the past with the clubs he's been in. So
it's Jacob.
I swear to God, if Arsenal signed Garnacho, chat.
Garnacho is not even on the chat.
Guys, they don't deserve anyone respect anymore. They sign fucking Garnacho. Listen, hey, towards the end of the summer, guys, Rodrygo's not available. We're gonna loan Garnacho to fucking Arsenal.
We have to start the season now. The window's about to shut. We already played 4 games or 3 games.
It's the same thing they with Sterling. Deadline day.
Okay, so where do you think Garnacho's gonna go? Because he's going to the Premier League team.
But again, with Sterling,
how much is the price for him?
The thing is, they want 70 million pounds.
50 million. That 70 million is delusion.
But that's what United is asking. That's what United is asking for. That's the thing.
I want to know. I think I know where he's gonna go.
Where?
West Ham.
You think Garnacho thinks he's good? He's West Ham level. This kid is deluded.
No. Push comes.
He probably thinks he's as good as Yamal.
Staffy, push comes to shove. End of the window. Amarim is telling him. By the way, Garnacho doesn't make a lot of money at Man United, so he's not like on a crazy way.
He's on 50K. He's not
like he's not like a Sancho situation. It's like I'm fucking staying on the bench, but I'm packing 250K or something.
He's only making 50.
He's at 50K. Like he needs to play football to actually get wages next season. Like it's the easiest move that Man United can do. Broski, we can pay you the fucking 50K and you can sit on the bench. And you know that next season, instead of you being offered 100K from West Ham, you're gonna be offered 40K because you have stay the season without playing football.
I think you got the
He
wrong
needs to
London
go.
club. I'll tell you where he's going, bro. I think he's gonna be Tottenham. It's one of the London clubs. Bro, I generally think it's gonna be Tottenham. Tell me a club that's stupid enough to do that. Yeah, it has to be them. Think of a stupid club.
Arsenal are a stupid club in the window.
Daniel Levy is not that idiot to pay 50 million for Man United for.
Bro, he has 70 million that he doesn't know where to spend it right now. He went to
He's not gonna spend it.
He wants to get Kudus. He's not gonna get him. I promise you. He's running around with that 70 million right now. He keeps going to shop after shop after shop.
Jacob, would you take Garnacho at Tottenham Hotspur? That's the question I want to ask.
Jacob, this is for you, man.
Yeah, this is for you. Anyway, let me just do these super chats for the wrap of the stream. We've been here for a long time, you guys, man. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Big up to Jack, who says, what are we doing here? We watch football, right? If there was zero chance, this is dead months ago. He'd have said no thanks. End of conversation. Hard transfer to make, but not impossible, which I agree with. That's exactly my.
These are actually the words that were used. It's a tough, but not impossible. It's a tough.
Yeah, which is something that we all agree with. Yeah,
it's not gonna be tough with Isak though. Isak is a layup. Like he will most likely, like if Liverpool say we will put down the money, terms are gonna be agreed quickly. I'm sure with him at least.
Guys, we fucking sign Isak, man. Just give me the league and bounce. I'll be honest with you. UCL is gonna be a big focus as well. 63 years old, 52 years LFC fan. You never walk alone. Big up to you, Persian Pride. You never walk alone. To you, big up to you, Habibi. You got me. Been supporting Liverpool your whole life.
Who did you support the first 11 years of your life? Who did you support? Did you switch your club?
11.
The first 11 years.
Of all numbers you could have asked him.
Yeah, but back in the day, it was
11 years.
Habibi, it's a joke. He's 63 years old.
It's a joke. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying back in the day, though, you didn't have access to TV like that, to be fair.
It might have been the first team we found out about.
Could have said 10 or 15. He said
and
11.
Again, bro, you have to realize back in the day, how many teams were available then? So
Dayo, have you been supporting Arsenal since the 80s?
Yes. Well, actually,
I mean, that is Nigerian and Arsenal was popular there, so I believe it.
No, I said 80s.
Yeah, since 89.
Yeah, but okay, but back in the day, it was more difficult to get games, not like today, right?
Well, we had those things. We had those big satellite dishes and viewing centers back in the day. So you would go to a viewing center if you wanted to watch a game. Or
wait, who was the manager at the time? Dayo? You start supporting?
It was what's his name? Graham.
George Graham. What phase was he in at that year?
I don't remember the place, man. Dude, and the funny thing, and you know the funny thing about it was we just supported them because it's not like we were like ardent, like, oh my god, this is my club. It was.
I'll be honest, most international fans it was basically because with the World Cup. Like your first ever experience of football is World Cup.
Nine international.
Probably 94. World Cup, Michael Owen.
90.
It was basically, it was basically because like those were the games that they showed. They didn't show all the games in the and I think at that time they played on Tuesdays. They played midweek games and weekend games. So it was basically the teams that they showed on that side that we were able to watch at the time. So if we're only able to watch like the Man U's, the Arsenal.
Yeah, I only saw like United and Arsenal when I was in Egypt.
Arsenal, and then maybe like sometimes I think there was Blackpool at that time or something, and then Charlton Athletics. They had a couple of games back then that.
Yeah.
So we supported those teams. That was it because that's all we could watch. I didn't get to see the Tottenhams, and maybe I'd have chosen another club if I saw them more consistently. So
I hear you. If Liverpool get Isak and the Premier League, bro, listen, I'm with you, mate. Give me the Premier League. Put one in the chat if you've liked the video. Put one in the chat if you guys like the video. Come on, man. Like the video. Put one in the chat just to increase the algorithms. By the way, we're only 10 likes away from 600. Let's do it. Big up Mo Chester. You are the only man on the panel who knows ball. Man United is the secret sauce. They're dark horses for Prem. What a team. I'm scared.
Did you give away the shamelessness today? Can I vent real quick? Because I haven't been able to be on YouTube all day. I had to leave my house 6 a.m, so I didn't get a chance to vent. Wallahi, bro, this club, I just want to go to the admin for Twitter, and bro, I want to put him in a chokehold. Dead ass. Bro, like, I want to put him in an octagon and make him tap out. I want to knock him the fuck out. I'm so tired of this shameless club. They're like, oh, the manager's ready to lead us to our first league, a full league campaign. Oh, are you excited for our first 5 fixtures? Make sure you buy the United package. Why the fuck would I buy this package? Why would I buy a package to go watch us lose minimum 3 of our first 5 games? I'm playing Arsenal first game, then I'm playing City and Chelsea in like 4th and 5th games. People saying, oh, you know, looks like we're only going to beat Burnley and Fulham. You think we're going to beat Fulham? We're the worst team in that run. It's only Burnley that we could beat because we only beat relegated teams. And the fact that they're bragging about it, they're actually bragging and they're excited about it. Bro, what the fuck did we do all summer to all of a sudden think our fortunes is going to change next season?
Staffy, this is why, bro.
Is like 2012 Messi. He's going to come in and he's going to make us skip 10 spots. You're telling me we were 1 Cunha away from being better than 10 different Premier League teams. But make sure, guys, let's buy the package. Make sure you buy the packages. Be at Old Trafford. Bro, I'd rather go to El Paso, Texas and watch the fucking Spurs game with Jacob and his stupid Europa League trophy than to go to Manchester and watch that. Especially the first 5 games. No fucking business considered this summer for me to look at this and like, yeah, this team's going to be amazing this season. Oh, we turned it around. We did so much. We signed 1 player and sold 0 players in 18 days. 18 fucking days, we sold 0 players. But all the fans are excited now saying, oh, we're getting Cunha, Buemo's next. Surely we can make top 5. Yeah. If we make 10th, we make us in the top half of the table because we're going to stay down there.
Staffy, what about, but this is why it's different this summer. The project was unveiled.
Project 150, you just reminded me. Project 150, wallahi embarrassing. Wallahi al-azim, the most embarrassing shit ever. They're naming it.
I can't believe you said that.
You know why they said it's Project 150? Because the club is going to be 150 years old. So their goal is to win it when we're 150 years old. So you're telling me if we would have turned 150 years old in 2027 or 2029, you would have said the same thing. You would have just said the same thing. They generally think in 3 years we can win the league. You're not even telling me how I can sell Sancho, how I can sell Rashford, how I can sell Anthony, how I can sell Garnacho. Yet you're trying to tell me I'm winning the league in 3 years. You're the same guy that told me we need Ashworth. You're the same guy that told me let's keep Ten Hag. You're the same guy who said, but in his article, the shameless motherfucker Omar Barada, he's making me hate Moroccans and I love Moroccans. He said, oh, well, I could have never predicted us to be this bad in the league. Oh, I never expected this backlash when we increased the prices. Everything he said in the article is, I'm sorry, I didn't expect it. I'm backtracking. Which means since you came in, everything you projected didn't happen and the opposite happens. But guess what he says? Oh, we have a clear roadmap on how we're going to get there in 2028. Yeah, and I'm meant to believe you. A person who's gotten everything wrong since they came in, I'm meant to believe you. Yeah, we're going to win the league in 3 years. Yeah, we're going to win. We're signing Mbuemo, a.k.a. peak CR7, and we're signing Cunha, a.k.a. peak Messi. We got it. Yeah. Project 150. We're going to be Project Championship soon because this team is getting relegated as it is.
That was an elite crash out. I recommend everyone watch the document. By the way, big up to Igal for the raid as well. I recommend everyone watches the documentary on Manchester City. It explains FFP well, ironic. It's not cash you get from the sale. It's FFP room gained from. Yeah. It's the wiggle room is very easy to understand. Liverpool can afford Isak without having to sell anyone, by the way, because we don't really spend money over the last 4 or 5 years. So yeah, that's the thing. By the way, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing in array, and big up to Igal for the raid. We're only 5 subs away from 53.7k. Road to 55k continues. Does Isak want to play in front Wirtz or Odegaard? Is what Faraz is saying. This answers the Igal question.
Odegaard,
Isak to Arsenal.
Isak
why not?
Would never go to Arsenal. Never.
I agree.
He would never go to Arsenal. The only way he'd leave Newcastle is to Liverpool, or if United were actually a good team and competing. Those are the 2 exceptions. He'd never go to Arsenal.
Better attack than Gakpo, Diaz, Isak, Salah, Wirtz is not easy to find, Mo, but keep trying, Habibi, is what Mookie is saying. Yeah, I don't think you can get better than that even around the world.
I would argue
as a front 4, come on, Isak, Salah, Wirtz. Okay, fair enough. Diaz, Gakpo, you can say is a weakness, but yeah, I think
Palmer Delap Palmer Delap بعد ويكنت. No, but I have a front 4 that I actually think Gyokeres and Buemo Cunha with Amad Diallo. Front 4.
Okay, Mo, you're just bullshitting now. That's such a 0 out of 10 rage bait because you smirk after. That's the thing. You have to learn how to rage bait without smirking.
But خلاص, it's a joke and everyone.
The problem is you don't know what. Here's the thing. Mo wants to rage bait. He looks at me and Staffy's face and he just laughs.
No, I get it. Listen, it's difficult. It's difficult to say man wakey and not want to laugh. I get it, man.
Wait, Mo, but
understand.
you said what? You said Cunha, Gyokeres, and Buemo and Ahmad? That's actually not a bad front line.
That's better than Liverpool.
I want to see it's better than the one that you tried to design, but still a good front line.
If Newcastle, if Newcastle comes for Mo Salah, just I know it's not going to happen, but let's just assume Newcastle comes from Mo Salah and they keep Isak and Salah. I mean, you guys wanted Salah to go to Saudi last season, right? I remember a lot of Liverpool fans.
Who's you guys?
I'm Liverpool fans. Liverpool fans.
Did it, to be fair.
Hussam did not.
No, Hussam. That's why I said Liverpool fans, not you, Hussam.
Yeah, but that's like a very small minority, brother.
Anyway, whatever the minority is, I'm saying the ones that want. So if let's assume in a wild alternate universe that Newcastle comes from Mo Salah.
Yes. What's the point?
Okay.
So the Mo Salah.
Okay, now we're going into like an alternate universe.
Mo Salah.
This is the multiverse. This is the multiverse where Spider-Man is.
I think it's fair to say Diaz is probably better than Anthony Gordon. I won't even lie.
I'm not comparing.
Maybe Anthony Gordon 2 years ago.
Diaz is just
this season he didn't. Yeah, this season.
I'm not even comparing them. I'm just saying that that's Isak and Mo Salah playing together anywhere will be a dangerous combination. That's all I'm saying.
Mo Salah to Newcastle. Ben Affleck is fucking Spider-Man and Broski and Scarlett Johansson is Iron Man and just a multiverse. Just go ahead.
Arsenal have a Champions League. Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
That's so unnecessary. That's so unnecessary.
It's eventually going to happen.
Hey, you've been saying that for 75 years.
I was about to say it's been a century, so you know.
Yeah, it's eventually going to
The Hansi Flick media prop has been outstanding, by the way. Exact point Stally, watch Xavi got, and the exact Champions League stage. Barca have not improved. Fact, like it or not. Listen, I think I do think this if proves anything, and this is something that me and Mo agree on, is that Xavi Hernandez is very underrated as a manager, very disrespected. Like, people act like he's this average manager, bro. By the way, he's the one that gave Yamal his debut. He's the one that gave Kubarsi his debut. He's the one that actually inserted all these youngsters and beat like world-class Real Madrid to the thing. You know, so yeah.
To the thing, yeah.
To the league, يعني مبينة. Big up to Diallo says, guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Wow, Diallo, are we doing like are we doing peace treaty now, me and you? You know? Fairs. Me and you are doing peace treaty now. Instead of you just trying to cook me and failing all the time, you fraud. So big up though. Thank you for the super chat. Fixtures are comfy, strapped with fire and with ice. Bro, the thing is, like, Arsenal fans, with all due respect, I know Dayo hasn't done it, Ashraf hasn't done it, but you can't have your cake and eat it. You can't say, we do well against all the top 6 sides, and then you get the fucking top 6 sides, and you're like, oh, we have such a tough start. Also, objectively speaking, you know what this means? It means when the Champions League starting, you're going to play the likes of West Ham and Sunderland and shit, which is better for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to play the tough fixtures 1 game a week. Would you rather have 1 week to plan for Anfield or 3 days? That's it.
I mean, at the end of the day, this is your job as a football player, man. Go out there and do your job. I don't care anymore. Like,
but the thing is, Dayo, and I'm so glad you didn't do this. The problem is, I feel like this is just weaponizing Arsenal fans now to just make excuses already from now. Like, the Premier League hate us. It's everyone against us. Blah blah blah.
No, I don't do all of that. Look, at the end of the day, we've had seasons where we've started and we've had easy runs. Did the Premier League love us then? It's like, that's nonsense. You get who you get and you play who you play. At the end of the day, go there and do your job. Simple. That's it. You get who you get. You play who you play. You play
I agree with that logic. At the end of the day, you have to beat all these teams anyway.
Yeah, you play everybody home and away regardless of when it is.
You're still going to play them. It doesn't matter. Like, so at the end, if you're going to have to play them at the beginning, in the middle, at the end, just go ahead and play them. Like, I don't see all this. Oh yeah, but starting with this is a tough fix. I'm like, what do you mean by what is it?
Who gives
What is it?
As a matter of fact, I would rather play United at the start of the season.
Like,
when they're rusty, a little bit, maybe not used to it, shit like this. They're still getting into the system.
Yeah, Habibi, play me game week 1, game week 2, game week 3, game week 10, game week 15. It doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. We're not gonna be ready. Usually, every season we try to do the whole let's buy last minute gimmick because we shithouse our first game or so. There's no shithousing this year. Right away, ala tool, bro. Boom, 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 boom. First 5 games. There's no time to breathe. We're gonna get like 3 points from our first 5 games. Yalla.
Yo, Hussam, what happened to the Senor Amrim days, man? You remember that? Senor Amrim? Yeah.
I remember Staffy said that he's going to be the egal of the United fan base in his words. That's what
I mean, I'm not really I'm not mad at him right now, but
He's mad at the
club
whole
is not doing
club.
anything. Would you rather me sit here and tell you this, or be like, oh yeah, we're gonna get top 4, we're gonna get top 5, we're gonna get top 6? Would you rather me say that?
I think
me say that
one
because
game
you
a week
did it and you
top
flipped
6 is
me.
not that mad.
This is how United. This is how United. Are
You think this
tricking their
United team
fans.
can get top 6?
No, with the signings, not this United.
What signings? Cunha?
Buemo, Cunha, blah blah blah. You can improve.
And that's it. Well, the blah 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 because you don't know what it is.
What's up?
Yeah,
This is how United are tricking their fans.
Today we're linked £40 million for Emi Martinez.
Here, how does this Staffy, can you let me know what is Staffy? What does this make you feel like right here? This image right here.
Bro, go look in the comments. Go look in the first comment. You're gonna see me.
No way.
Look in the comments. You're gonna find me.
Ready to lead us in his first full season. Let me see.
Look, I'm right there.
Yo,
please open it. Open the RSM. Look, open it.
Okay.
And then look at the guy that calls me toxic. This guy said he doesn't need any reinforcement. He will be sacked in November. I said, great. We're gonna win the league in 2028. Now go further down. Go further down. Look, very toxic fan base. Look at that guy, Cow Bones. Wallahi, bro, I cannot win with this fan base.
Sacked.
I cannot win with them.
Yeah, there you go.
Now that I'm saying, where's the reinforcement? And someone called me toxic. Toxic because I want signings.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Wallahi, finish club.
That's very toxic.
Wallahi, finish club. Wallahi.
Newcastle want Julian Ward, Trojan Ward for Isak. I don't think like it's not like a trade sporting director for your best player. That just kind of doesn't work. I think if you want to talk about Trojans, if they want Harvey Elliott and Joe Gomez and players like that, and they want to strengthen their squad, we could use that 100%. Like, give them Elliott on a discount, Joe Gomez on a discount, whatever. That could be a thing 100%. Just like we did with Flecken. Anyway, regardless, big up to all of you guys. Thank you guys so much. This has been a very fun show. We still have 1,400 people even as we're ending the stream, so I appreciate you all. I'm going to be back tomorrow, inshallah, on a solo LFC stream where we're going to be talking about Isak and multiple different Liverpool topics. Big up to all of you guys. Hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. We're closing in on 53.7k. We can only get with you there with you guys' help, so like, share, comment, subscribe. All these guys' channels in the description. RSM TV, Banter on the Pitch, Staff TV, Footy Judgmo, MHF. Go give them a subscribe as well. Yeah, see you guys tomorrow, inshallah. By the way, we're going to redirect you to K-Max.
Peace.
Peace out.
Go.